What is up, everybody? I am RC Gates, and I am here with another tutorial for you. Now, this is a tutorial that I was talking about in my previous video where I talked about Procreate. And this has to do with importing fonts into the Procreate app. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to need to first find a font. And I have several suggestions for you. First, you can go to Blambot. And Blambot has a lot of comic-specific fonts. It also has various different pricing options for the licensing for those fonts. Some of them are offered for free, some of them you do have to pay for, but may be worth it. There are also free sites that you can get, or that you can get fonts from, like DaFont, and also 1001 free fonts, which probably has more than 1001, but we'll forgive the nomenclature for a moment. Now, what you're going to first do is you're going to go to any one of those places, and you're going to download a font. Usually the end product will look like this. Now, what you're going to have to make sure of, if you want to be able to use these fonts with your comic project or anything that you want to put out there and make money off of, you need to make sure that these fonts are free, that they are licensed for that purpose, and that the creator is allowing them to be used for that purpose. There are some fonts that have to be specifically bought and licensed to be used. Otherwise, there can be problems down the road, and you do not want that. So, make sure to check on that first. Whenever you're sure of it, download the font, and you'll end up having the font wherever you downloaded it to. That area is where we're going to pick up now. I was able to, since Procreate is on my iPad, I downloaded the fonts on my computer, and I was able to put the font into my iCloud drive. This can also work with Dropbox, and so long as it's something that can be shared with your iPad or whatever system you are using for Procreate. So, with that being said, we are going to shift over to my iPad screen. Alrighty, so this is my iPad right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Procreate, and you can see I still have my little test canvas over up there in the corner. So what I'm going to do is, let's just get rid of all of that just for the sake of clarity. And we are going to go in and we are going to put in the text. Well, let's get rid of that so we have a clean canvas. We're going to go in and we are going to put in a text. So we'll say, this is a font test. And what we're going to do here, we are going to select that font. We're going to go over to the right side of the screen where it has the uppercase and lowercase a. That will get us into all the options for the fonts. So we have all the ones on the side that are already added into the iPad. We have all of the styles for that font. We have all of the other specific stuff that I went over in the last tutorial. But we also have the import font option on the right. We are going to click on that, and this immediately goes to a section of your iPad. Usually it will go to your iCloud drive if that's already linked up to it. And right now I have the font file in the iCloud drive. Now what I'm going to do is pretty much all that I need to do. I need to just click on it, and it will automatically import into Procreate. So that was a font that was going to make it look like a digital readout, which I believe, wherever I can find it, which is where? Okay, so this font up at the top, this 7-segmental digital display, that's the font that I imported into Procreate, and you'll see that it automatically changes the font that was selected to that imported font. Obviously with the style, that is pretty much the only style that there is for that font. Other fonts, if there's multiple different versions, will have different styles in that readout section. But this one is quite simple. It just has one. And with that being done, that is the end of that process of importing fonts. It is a very simple process, and so long as you have something that will allow you to transfer font files to your iPad, then you're not going to have any issues. Like I said, it's a very simple process, and it's really doesn't need any more explanation. So now that process has been explained to you guys and shown to you, this is going to be something that I will be doing for future comic projects of my own. Lettering is extremely important whenever it comes to making a comic book, because if you are putting out unreadable text in your character speech bubbles, or you are having too large of a font or too small of a font, and you're making reading the text a chore for your reader, then that reader is not going to want to come back. So being able to use this well, and being able to use it to bring in more people to your book, and making sure that it is in fact readable, is highly important. If you want more information on this, and sort to know what pitfalls there are with lettering, and specifically comic lettering, definitely go and check out Eric Weathers' channel. He's a creator right now who is actually working on his own comic book called Battle Brick Road, currently funding on Indiegogo, and he is probably one of the best letterers out there. So definitely go and check him out if you want to see some specifics on that, but figured that this would be a good tutorial for you guys just to let you know the process behind actually getting these fonts into Procreate. That being said, thank you all for stopping by. I will be having more tutorials like this, so definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those, I always appreciate them, and every single one of them helps to grow the channel. So thank you guys for that, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.